Tel Aviv 2019! Wow, that came quick. It feels like yesterday that 2018 was just here. I'm going to start just to give you a bit of important information so to set the day, and then we're going to get started with opening words and keynote, et cetera, et cetera. So this year, we decided to do DevOpsDays Tel Aviv themed as Back to Fundamentals. Because this was really important to us. We felt that this was something that we wanted to tackle. But we want to tell you a little bit about what's the big idea. So I'd like to invite my co-organizer, Michael Aronson, a new co-organizer. So put your hands together for this one.
Thanks all for joining us today. I'm actually quite excited to be here. I've been in DevOpsDays, I think, since 2014, since the first DevOpsDays in Israel. And every year, I think I studied a lot, but for the past years, and including the previous years where I spoke about the system rewrote, I think we drifted a bit to mostly tools and community, while the basic ideas I think we're trying to emphasize this year is how the systems work behind. So many of us probably using cool tools like Kubernetes, Nomad, Console, etc. But none of us, or most of us today, don't really know how the things work behind, how those things built on, which concept they are using, and how they can improve our day-to-day life. And this year, we tried to build a set of talks that gives you a good background to those things. So, for example, we brought many good speakers abroad and from inside, like Shlomi Noach, that's going to talk about the CAP theorem. We also have Todd Polino that's going to speak about why our monitoring sucks. And we have a lot of amazing talks that are going to give you another view, another set of ideas of how we implement our systems, of how we work on our stuff, and how essentially to be a better operation and software engineer. And I really hope that this year, after those 2 days, including the amazing workshops we have and the amazing talks we have, you're going to have a better grasp, better ideas of how things run behind. And given that, I want to thank Sharon again for the amazing event, and I hope you're going to have fun. Thank you.
So, as you know, DevOpsDays is a community-driven event. It's a volunteer-led event, so I just want to give a shout-out to the awesome team that makes it happen. This year, actually, the management of the event was handed off to AppsFlyer from Cloudify, who did it for years. So first of all, I want to thank Cloudify, who did it for years, for 6 running years, and AppsFlyer for stepping in as well. The AppsFlyer team, which is me, Ariel, Gil, and Michael, thank you so much for all of your help. Put your hands together. Jeremy Hess from CloudShare. Yes, he does so much work. He does the heavy lifting. Nati Cohen from Here Mobility. John Zeno from Windward, Andre Bird from SeatGeek, Daniel Berman from Logs.io, and Daniela from ProdOps. Thank you guys so much for all of the hard work you put into this. We all have day jobs, and this is something that we do in our spare time, and it gets bigger and better from year to year, so thank you guys for all the hard work you put in. But we also couldn't do it without our amazing sponsors. Everything you see here is thanks to them. They make it possible, so I do want to take the time to mention every single one individually, and you're going to have to put up with it because we had a lot of sponsors this year, and that's why we could make it an awesome event, so they deserve that shout out. So first and foremost, thank you to Spotinst, Platinum sponsors. AWS, Platinum sponsors. And Facebook, Platinum sponsors. Happy Hour also sponsored by Facebook. At the end of the day, it's going to be fun. Stick around for that. Gold sponsors, there are many and we love them all. Elastic, Big Panda, Skywiz, JFrog, Logs.io, New Relic, Google Cloud, DigitalOcean, Monday.com, and Synopsys. Thank you so much. Silver sponsors, Yotpo, Aerospike, Minute Media, and KubeMQ. Food and swag. You're going to be eating lunch thanks to IBM. Yay! JFrog, your awesome t-shirts. Aerospike, your awesome bags. Yotpo, we couldn't do it without coffee, right? Microsoft, also coffee tomorrow. AppsFlyer, all kinds of things. Weisberger, happy hour tomorrow. Namogu, the very awesome Nintendo Switch in the Tell Me Something I Don't Know. That's going to be explained shortly. These aren't out yet, but we're trying to go a little bit greener this year. We actually, thanks to our sponsors, were able to buy a little bit more swag for this event. So we're going to be putting out reusable mugs and bottles. If you want to use those instead of the disposables, you're more than welcome. And without further ado, tell me something I don't know, Gil. What is this?
Right. So many of you know the podcast. Who here knows the podcast? 3 people. Okay. So first of all, who wants to win a free Nintendo Switch? Totally awesome, right? Yeah, we all do. So this actually is the least work you would ever have to do to win a free Nintendo Switch. We all know these cool facts, these like nifty things that happened that are actually verifiable. All these things that like these cool stories that we tell when we're drunk or when we're stupid. What you have to do is just show up here at 3 p.m. and tell us things that we don't know, that we can A, verify on the internet. We'll have a real-time fact checker. B, it needs to be funny or entertaining in some way. It needs to be demonstrably true. Okay? That's it. That's it. So, yeah, Robert Barron won the last one. Unfortunately, I lied to him and he did not get a Nintendo Switch. But this time we actually got a sponsor who actually paid for it, Namogu. And I will actually show you the Nintendo Switch before you go on, so you know I'm not lying. Awesome. Sharon.
Next, open spaces. Open spaces is a DevOps Days tradition. It's one of the most important pillars of DevOps Days. Open spaces is our way to enable you to learn from your peers. This is a QR code. This is a new tool I'm trying. I hope it'll work well. But the idea behind open spaces is that we're self-organizing. It's an unconference where we suggest topics that we want to talk about, and then they're voted up, and then we split into small groups to talk about these topics and work them out with our peers. This is a very, very meaningful part of DevOps Days. It helps us to learn, to grow, to learn new things. There's the law of mobility, which means that if the topic isn't exactly about what you were hoping, you can go to the next group, learn from the next group. You can stand and listen, or you can participate. The idea is just to take something really meaningful from the people that are here and to learn from your peers. So please do suggest talks. Please do suggest options and vote up on them. And those who suggest the open space, it's optional, but we would hope you would be able to also kind of lead it and be the person who actually kind of moderates the session. It's not required, but it's so if you want to do that, please leave your name as well. There's a place to leave your name as the person who will lead the session, and then you can also vote up on the different options. We hope this thing will work. If not, we'll do it the old school way with Post-its. So that's open spaces. Big thanks to our speakers who came from afar. This is not a small thing. We really appreciate everyone who took the time to come here and be a part of our community. Nicole Forsgren, who came from far and wide, who have been trying to get here since years ago. I'm so happy she could make it. Florian Haas, Andrew Gooding, Micah Silverman, Philip Kren, Brian Murphy, Gwen Shapira, Todd Polino, Amir Shavat, Maddie Stratton, who's kind of in the corner here. Allison McMillan, I didn't take off. She got sick and couldn't make it, but she really wanted to be here. So I'm giving her that shout out. Maybe we'll get her to come next time. I want to thank Gil Tayar for stepping in for her talk. And also Tomer Gable, who stepped up at the last minute. Usually Avishai Shalom is our community hero, but he's doing a master class this year. So we had 2 community heroes this year for talks that fell. So big thanks Tomer Gable and Gil Tayar for stepping in at the very last minute, as well as Eric Zadi on an Ignite and Elad Leave on an Ignite. Okay, office hours. This is something we're going to try. It's a little bit informal. We're not like it's not required, but we have folks here from abroad, like we said, and if you guys want to meet them, we have between the first coffee break at 11:40. It's going to be a pretty long one. There's a room with the food and the chill out zone and the on-call hours. They're probably going to drift in and out of there, but if you want to catch them face to face and talk to them a little bit, that might be a good place to do it. We're hopeful that you can learn from them also. They came from far, and it's a good opportunity to speak to them. There's also an on-call area sponsored by Big Panda. This year, I got that one from DevOps Days, again, it's a really good idea. There's a really quiet area in the corner of that room with a charging station and some snacks. If you guys are on call and you get a pager duty, now you have where to sit and handle it. So definitely take advantage of that. And we have somebody from pager duty, so he can help you with all your problems. Maddie is on call for all the pager duty problems. Yes. There's a chill out zone. There are poofs and stuff, so you can hang out and have somewhere fun to sit, and that's sponsored by AppsFlyer. Code of conduct. This is probably the most important thing. We want everyone to feel safe and enjoy the conference. If anybody is feeling any kind of threat or discomfort, come to me immediately and we will handle it. We have ejected people from the event due to misconduct, so this is something we enforce. It's not just something we say. There is a code of conduct for the event, and it's important to us. So please also respect your peers, treat them nicely, and anybody who feels that they're not being treated nicely, you can come to any one of the organizers. Most of them are wearing staff shirts. I lost mine. Irony. But I'm an organizer, and the rest are wearing staff shirts. So you can please definitely reach out to them, and we will make sure that you feel safe. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Spotinst to the stage to open the day and invite you and tell you why DevOps is awesome. So thank you. Spotinst, come on.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Tzachi Duek. I'm a solutions architect at Spotinst. And today I'm gonna talk about how Spotinst can help you automate cost reduction and basically optimize all your cloud infrastructure. So let's start. A few words about Spotinst. We founded like 5 years ago, raised more than $50 million, and hired more than 170 employees in 5 offices worldwide, and more than 1,000 customers. And we basically started like working with AWS on web workloads, giving optimization and simplification of running on Spot instances. Immediately after that, we understood that we need to take it to the next level and going and support more cloud providers, and then containers came around and we needed to support them as well, giving performance and visibility across all many different workloads. And not just Spot instances, as our name pronounced, we are complete cloud optimization platform, and we have different products to support that. For those of you that work with us, knows Elastigroup, which is our cluster management entity run on Spot, giving you SLA and more than up to 90% discount. We have Ocean, our solution for containers, Eco for RI management, manage instances running stateful workloads on Spot instances, and brand new product, which is Cloud Analyzer, which give you the ability to analyze, give you holistic review on all of your cloud span and call for actions to optimize your cloud. These are some of our customers, some of you from here. So let's talk about Elastigroup. Elastigroup is a cluster illustrated, a cluster management entity run on Spot instances. Gives you the optimization and simplification for those of you to try work with Spot. It's not something that is very easy, and we give a platform for that. We use prediction and data that we collect from all of our customers and sensors that we spread across many AWS regions and GCP and Azure as well. And we give every Spot market a scoring, and by this scoring we know which instance in which instance type need to be provisioned at any given time. This scoring is updated in real time by the data that we collect and data that we have from previous. And by that, we are able to get up to 80 and 90% discount. Testimony of one of our customers that use us in production and get this amount of savings. Next product, to me, it's my most exciting product, is Ocean, which basically managed all the infrastructure of your Kubernetes environment without you need to deal with auto-scaling infrastructure ever again. We integrate with your cluster. we develop an autoscaler that integrates with the metadata that you have on your pod requirements, and by that we know which instance need to be provisioned, in which region, in which availability zones, with every restriction that you have. And we support multiple instance type. Of course, we run them on Spot to give you this up to 80% discount. And we integrate with any Kubernetes engine, either SaaS or self-hosted, and of course, ECS as well. And Ticketmaster, one of our biggest customers that loves working with Ocean without them needing to log in to see how many infrastructure and Kubernetes worker nodes they have. Eco is, we launched Eco like 3 months ago. This is the Array management product. Some of you manage Array, some of you don't. For those, you know, we are tech guys, we don't want to deal with finance costs and stuff, and we usually either buy it once and forget about it, or we have a team that need to monitor and then iterate on all the usage of this array. So by using Eco, we automate all the purchasing, selling of both arrays, and of course we support savings plans of AWS that announced like a month ago. Yeah, and as I said, our last product, most recent product, is Spot Cloud Analyzer, which gives you holistic review about all of your cloud spend across all of your accounts, both in AWS. Currently, it's supported AWS, but we are in progress to support GCP and Azure as well. And as you can see here, we support many different AWS accounts. We integrate with your master pair account, gives you visibility of how much you spend on every service, by tags, by time frame, and how much you can save and optimize your workload on that different account. We also have trends and events. So if you have like a spike of, we found out as a company that someone download our corpus binary from the S3 like 6,000 times a day, and then we have a spike like a network by this tool. So we eat our own dog food, so this will save us time and money. And the most important thing for us is not just giving you the visibility, it's a call for action. With any account and any use case, you will be able to use one of our products to efficiently save you money and give you optimization. So thank you guys and girls.